King Charles, of course.
I do. I just can't get used to this whole King Charles thing. I just
like say Prince.
Oh.
You say Prince every time. I still do.
Yeah, I just still think of the Queen. I just don't see him as the king, and I don't see Camilla as the Queen. I don't know what it is. Oh, wow! Yeah, I just think it's almost. You know what? I feel like we almost know too much about Charles. You know, there was a lot of things around Princess Diana and him.
It seems King Charles and Camilla are like the proverbial black sheep of the royal family, the unwanted monarchy. This is not a statement made lightly. It reflects a sentiment that has been brewing for years, a sentiment that has recently been given a voice by a panellist on the popular talk show Loose Women. The panellist's words were sharp, clear and unapologetic. King Charles is not a king and Camilla is not a queen, she said. In a single sentence, she captured the essence of the public's disillusionment with the reigning monarch and his consort. But what does this statement really mean? The monarchy, as an institution, is built on tradition and respect. It is a symbol of continuity and stability. But when the individuals who are supposed to embody these values fail to do so, the public's faith in the institution wanes. This is the predicament King Charles finds himself in. His actions, his decisions, his very character have been scrutinized and found wanting. He is seen as a failed king, unable to fill the shoes of his predecessors. And what of Camilla? As the consort of the king, she too is expected to uphold certain standards. But like her husband, she too has failed to win the hearts of the public. She is seen as an unworthy queen, a far cry from the beloved late Princess Diana, who continues to hold a special place in the hearts of the people. The public's affection for Diana is not just about nostalgia. It is a longing for a time when they felt represented, understood and cherished by their royal family. A time when their monarchy was more than just a symbol, but a living, breathing entity that they could look up to with pride. And there we have it, a sentiment echoed across the nation. King Charles is a failed king. This is not just the opinion of one panellist on a talk show. It is a reflection of a widespread sentiment, a public rejection of an unwanted monarchy. It is a call for change, for a monarchy that is worthy of its people. Let's delve deeper into the reasons behind this rejection. Why is King Charles considered a failed king? One of the primary reasons is King Charles's inability to connect with the public on a personal level. His aloof demeanour and apparent lack of empathy have left many feeling disconnected and unrepresented. This is a stark contrast to the late Princess Diana, who was renowned for her ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Furthermore, King Charles's reign has been marred by a series of questionable decisions. From his handling of public affairs to his personal life, he has shown a lack of judgment that many find unacceptable in a monarch. For example, his decision to marry Camilla, a woman widely disliked by the public, was seen as a slap in the face to the memory of Diana and a betrayal of the public's trust. Moreover, the king's perceived disregard for traditional values and protocols has further alienated him from his subjects. His attempts to modernize the monarchy, while perhaps well-intentioned, have been perceived as disrespectful to the institution's long-standing traditions and history. This disregard for tradition has caused many to question his suitability for the throne. King Charles's reign has also been marked by a lack of transparency. His reluctance to engage with the press and his attempts to control the narrative around his rule have led to widespread suspicion and mistrust. This lack of transparency has only served to fuel the public's rejection of him as their monarch. Lastly, King Charles's seeming indifference to the public's opinion of him has only served to exacerbate his unpopularity. His refusal to acknowledge or address the public's concerns has led many to feel that he is out of touch with the reality of their lives. In essence, it's clear that King Charles's reign has been marked by a series of missteps and failures. From his inability to connect with the public to his questionable decisions and apparent disregard for tradition, he has shown himself to be a monarch unfit for the throne. Camilla, too, isn't without her share of controversy. Let's examine her role in this unwanted monarchy. To begin, Camilla's entrance into the royal narrative was fraught with drama and scandal. Her relationship with Charles, while he was still married to the beloved Princess Diana, was a source of much public ire. This affair, far from being a mere footnote in royal history, has cast a long shadow over Camilla's public image. Camilla's role in the monarchy, like Charles's, is one that is met with widespread scepticism and discontent. Despite efforts to rehabilitate her image and position her as a worthy consort to the king, many remain unconvinced. It's clear that the ghost of her past continues to loom large in the public's perception of her. The controversy surrounding Camilla isn't just about her past, but also about her present role. As the wife of the king, she's expected to support Charles and uphold the dignity of the monarchy, yet many feel that she falls short in this regard. Critics argue that she lacks the grace, charm and charisma that are necessary to win public affection and respect. Beyond this, there's a sense that she is simply a passenger in Charles's unwanted reign. While her role should be one of active support and involvement, she often seems more like an accessory to the king. This perception, whether fair or not, has contributed to the public's rejection of her as a queen. In conclusion, Camilla's role in the monarchy is one that is met with more disdain than admiration. Her past actions, combined with her present shortcomings, have led to her being viewed as an unwelcome figure in the monarchy. The public's perception of her is largely negative, and she faces an uphill battle in winning their approval. Camilla, much like King Charles, has failed to win the hearts of the public. The applause that followed the Loose Women panelists' remarks is a clear sign of the public's sentiment. The roar of approval echoed through the air, a tangible manifestation of the widespread disillusionment and rejection of King Charles and Camilla. The panelists' bold statement, "King Charles is not a king and Camilla is not a queen," reverberated through the room and out into the world, striking a chord with the public. It was more than just a dismissal of their titles. It was a critique of their failures and their inability to live up to the expectations of their roles. In the aftermath of the panelists' comments, the public's reaction was immediate and unequivocal. Conversations ignited across social media platforms, with countless individuals voicing their agreement. They echoed the sentiments of rejection, their words a testament to the widespread disillusionment with the king and his consort. The public's reaction is a crucial element of this narrative. It's not simply about the opinions of a single panelist or a group of television personalities. It's about the collective voice of the public, a voice that has grown increasingly louder in its discontent. This voice is a reflection of a broader shift in public opinion, a shift that sees King Charles and Camilla not as figures of respect and adoration, but as symbols of a failed monarchy. Their reign, marked by controversy and disappointment, has left many questioning their suitability for the throne. The applause is more than just a response to a panelist's comments. It's a declaration of the public's sentiment. It's a resounding chorus of disapproval that echoes through the halls of power and out into the streets. So, what do these reactions tell us? They tell us that the public has spoken. They tell us that the reign of King Charles and Camilla is not welcomed, not respected, and not accepted. The applause is deafening, a resounding rejection of King Charles and Camilla. This is more than a mere critique. It's a demand for change, a call for a monarchy that embodies the values and aspirations of its people. And in the face of such overwhelming public sentiment, one cannot help but wonder, how will the King and Queen respond? Ultimately, it seems the winds of change are blowing through the royal corridors. The public has spoken with an unequivocal voice. Their verdict? A resounding no to King Charles and Camilla. Throughout this video, we've examined the myriad reasons behind this rejection. From the panelists' bold declaration on the Loose Women show to the broader public sentiment, it's clear that the reign of King Charles is not one that's being embraced. This isn't a one-off incident or a fleeting sentiment. Rather, it's a sustained wave of opposition that's been building over time. The applause that echoed when the Loose Women panel dismissed the King and his Queen was not just for them, but for the voice of the public finally being heard. We invite you to share your thoughts on this topic. Do you agree with the sentiment expressed by the Loose Women panelist and the public? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insightful discussions.